Hi there, I'm Lisa-Skye, and I'm in conversation today with two of my favourite people in the world. We have Erin and Hunter.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
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 How you doing?
Better now that you're here.
Oh, stop, go on.
That's
Now,
all I
Erin,
got.
you say nice things about me.
I'm coming up like... Can't put me on the spot like that.
That's fair.
It's got to come out naturally.
All right, well, let's get to know you both. So, firstly, Hunter, how do you identify? What's your deal? What's going on?
Identify as trans, FTM, dog. We'll get to that later. Alpha, friendly, and an elitist fuck at the same time.
Alpha friendly, elitist fuck.
Yes.
I love that Combi Christ song. And Erin?
Laundry list. Look, fat, obviously. Disabled, obviously. Also transgender, trans man, bisexual, and well, there's probably some other stuff, but that's all the important stuff I can think of.
What are your feelings about the term bisexual? Because, Hunter, I know you identify as queer. I also identify as queer rather than bisexual, but I heard someone say this amazing thing a few months ago, because I identified as bisexual from, I think, 20 or 14 onwards, and then kind of thought that it might be about gender binaries, but then someone else said an amazing thing quite recently, that bisexual to them meant as in people like me and people not like me, which is everyone else. So for me, it would be like femmes and others.
Yeah, that's the current, I mean, if there is any kind of solid bisexual community, that is the current definition of bisexuality.
Yay!
I didn't identify as bisexual. I came out as bisexual when I was 14. And then a few years later, the word pansexual started becoming more common, and so I started identifying as that. And then a few years ago, this thing started happening where people would refer to bisexuality as only being attracted to men or women, you know, and yeah, and also usually implying only cis men or women. And I'm like, that's not accurate. Like, I know a lot of, you know, differently gendered people who identify as bisexual, and it's just kind of nonsense. So I've started re-identifying as bisexual, mostly so I can be angry at the people who insist that bisexuality is only about men and women and only for cis people, because it's just not. And so, and particularly as well, now that I'm being perceived as a man, I think it's really important for bisexual men to be open about being bisexual, because bisexual men get shat on.
Yes.
Like, you know, there's a lot of the, oh no, you're not really bi, you know, you're secretly gay and you're going to break some girl's heart because you're secretly gay.
But then bisexual women, it's okay, they're just straight.
They're just straight.
Play.
Basically,
because patriarchy.
Yeah, because patriarchy. Obviously, everyone's attracted to men and only men. So
if you're a fan of my segments on Bent TV, do make a drinking game every time I say because patriarchy. And enjoy your hangover. So, because we've got quite a lot of cross section between us all, because we all identify as dominant and dominant, queer / bisexual, fat. And you both have similarities as far as chronic illness goes too.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I have end-stage renal failure, amongst other things, but that's the main one at the moment. I'm on dialysis, and that's interesting. Having that and going out in the community, I might as well just say, please don't have sex with me, because I am attached to a machine all the time.
Yeah.
Or you get the creepy people who want to have sex with you whilst you're on the machine. That's a different story. Could be fun. My blood is over there.
maybe not the default.
No, I don't want to
Yes.
start
Yeah.
at sex at a machine or not at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, not because of, and kind of
it's
not
a
despite
fetishization
of,
of, So there's that, and so lots of sleeping, lots of chronic pain, lots of painkillers. Used to be fun, not anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like if they made you do have 18 pancakes a day for health, and it just gets really
Old. Yeah.
Yeah.
just carbo bloat.
No. Sad.
Now, Erin, and your experience with chronic illness is quite different,
Yeah,
because yours has been around for long.
I was 13 when I was first fell ill, and I got a diagnosis a year later, combination chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia, which are two diagnoses that make doctors not want to have anything to do with you. Because we don't know what causes them. We don't even know if they're all the same disease, because both diseases are basically, well, you've got these symptoms and we don't know what it is, so we're going to call you this. And obviously, I mean, I'm 30 now, so that's what, like, a bunch of years. You know, yes, maths.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, wait,
hard.
since 13, 17 years. Fast maths.
Good job. And so, understandably, my health has gone up and down and up and down. At the moment, it's kind of in a down patch. I spend about 6 hours a day on bed rest, waking hours a day on bed rest at the moment. Constant pain, although I'm on a new painkiller, which is helping a bit, which is good, but it doesn't eliminate all pain, just halves it. And a whole bunch of other things that are really boring. Basically, if you've ever had a really bad flu, it's a bit like that,
Yeah.
but without the phlegm. So,
And I know that that's something that you've always struggled with, and you too, Hunter, with like energy and things. But a kind of, I know we've spoken a lot about this, a fairly new thing for both of you to fiddle around within your brain is the desirability aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, this has happened to me a lot too. Like, as you pointed out, Erin, people are fascinated with you because they're ticking off something on a bucket list,
Yeah.
or because of what you can do for them.
yeah, I have kind of stopped dating a bit at the moment because the only people who were interested in me were interested in what I could do for them. They heard I was a rope top. They'd be like, "Oh, can you tie me up and fuck me?" And I'm like, well, "That sounds great, but what about me?"
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I enjoy that, but also, you know, maybe think about what I want too.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that have a sort of a political sort of like, "Oh, I'm going to fuck a trans person. I'm so like evolved. Look at me." And
It got very fashionable for a while
yeah, it
to
did.
have a trans person. If you could have one that was like disabled and ticked off a whole lot of other things,
Yeah.
then
You got extra brownie
extra
points.
cred points
Yeah.
for being cool.
Yeah. And
with-
again, it's no good because the people are just looking at you as something you represent or something you can do. And it's kind of, it's like, hey, I'm actually a person under
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah.
And how can we change that? We're running out of time, but what's one thing we can change about that, or what's one way in which people can communicate that that's not what they're doing, it's not tokenism, it's not...
Basically, just remembering it's a two-way street. You know, thinking about, oh, I want you to do this to me, but here's something I can do for you.
Yeah, start with
That's-
what you can give first.
Yeah.
Before.
That's the
wanting them to-
biggest, easiest way to show that you're not just trying to take advantage.
That's amazing. Okay, thank you for giving us your time. I've been Lisa-Skye. Big thanks to Erin and Hunter.